Okay. So, sorry about the delay. Uh, Today we're going to talk about Stata and how to use it. So let's start with downloading Stata. Click on type UW Medicine software library, and click on the link, the first link. And then if you scroll down a little bit, there will be Canvas software library. And then you can find Stata, and you can download Stata depending on your needs. Any questions with that? Can you find all of Okay, yeah. So in the meantime, downloading the file, I'm just going to briefly explain what Stata is. Stata is basically a statistical software that does a lot of computings for you. And if you have a lot of data points, then sometimes finding the mean can be a little bit of too much of a hard task to do, right? Or it takes too long to solve it, right? So basically, Stata does that kind of statistical computations for you, and then that's what Stata is basically. And so Stata works with three types of files. The first one is DTA file, which is the file that has data in it. And then the second one is the do file, where you basically making Stata do some work for you, right? Then you have to make a command for that program, right? To make the program do something, you have to write some commands and stuff like that, right? The do file is the space you can save all of your commands in one file. So it's basically Notepad, but for Stata. The Notepad for saving all of the commands for Stata. Any questions? And the log file is actually if you start logging all of your you are doing in Stata, then it'll be saved in the format of a log file. Okay, so everything you do and then every output of Stata will be saved in the log file. Good. Any questions? So DTA file, log file, DTA file, do file, log file. These are the three types of files Stata works with. Good. Any questions? Nope. All right. You guys all, did you guys all download the full file? Or still going on or still downloading?
Do you know what it normally I downloaded it, but now I can't find it on my computer. No.
Oh, so download. Click on downloads.
Because it shouldn't it just be called Stata?
Right. So if you sorry.
Yeah, absolutely. This has almost downloads and stuff.
Oh, what?
Yeah.
This one.
Oh, yep. That would do it. Thanks.
How long does this take?
It's a big file. Yeah.
And we're all doing it at once.
Yeah. It's a big file. Once it gets downloaded, then it'll ask your name, university name, which is University of Wisconsin-Madison, or organization name, and it'll ask serial number, code, and authorization. You can simply copy and paste all of that in the slots, and then it'll get you the program. Oh, and then the version of the Stata program should be SE, Student Edition. You'll be asked about like what kind of edition you want to install, and then you want to install SE version. Good. Still downloading? Oh, so far.
I didn't even know what you.
Oh, okay.
I am not.
Yeah. So
I'm not technologically.
so if you in the meantime then let's go to the course website and download the files we need. Click on section materials folder, project 2, and you go to Stata. There will be red, blue data. Right? Good. And then if you go to the example folder, there will be a bunch of files. But for now, we want to download codebook, the do file, and the CSV file. Questions?
Yeah, sorry. I got as far as.
Section materials.
Jeez.
Or
Oh, jeez.
and then you want to go to the example folder and download the CSV and do file. Download CSV and CSV. This one's football, CSV. CSV, what's the other one? CSV, do file, and code.
So it said it installed, but I still can't open it. And when
Oh,
I try to like download this, it
Oh.
won't download because I don't have it. Like,
Oh, you want to and then there won't be state files. Let's see.
I just don't know where I saved it to.
I don't know much about Windows though. The new Windows.
Right. I don't really either.
Yeah. It's good.
Whoa.
And if I like run it again on the website, it says like you already downloaded this?
Yeah, all apps. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. If you, I clicked on this one.
That's my
Okay.
problem with this page.
Yeah.
And so then I
because-
hit install, and then I like went through it, and then
Mm.
I didn't have to.
Yeah, you want to type all of that.
Okay, thank you.
Oh. Oh, I thought you downloaded. I see.
Oh, you guys.
Yeah.
Good stuff.
Huh? Oh, no, so basically you will have. Oh, you downloaded.
Yeah.
Yeah, you want to install that.
Weird.
Um,
Like after that.
And then like when I click, like when I open the program.
I like thought, but I just wanted to make sure.
So maybe you have to wait for
There's
it.
a website.
Oh, yay, thank you.
There,
You meant to-
Great.
All right. This one. Any problems?
No, so I got Stego downloaded, but what did you want to do?
Oh, so download CSV file, file.
Okay.
And then in this data folder, there's red loose data file.
Okay.
What is the organization? University of Wisconsin.
It won't let me do this.
Oh. Did you did you pay for it? Sometimes it's,
Which one was
is it SC? I don't want to.
really stressing? When you downloaded this one, you go into Excel. Or how did it open? Yeah, okay, the CSV, yeah.
Yeah.
That doesn't work. I can retrieve the laptop right there for the session, and then you ask this is
Okay, okay, so that's good.
because yeah, it should work though. Sorry.
No, no, it's not your fault. No worries. Sounds good.
Why does it say that it says the license will expire on October 23rd?
Oh, it's going to be expired really soon, but it's gonna be renewed really soon as well.
Oh,
so.
okay.
I'm just wondering, so for our survey, do we have to answer all four of these questions? Or, so, it's not like we think of four and choose one. We have to include one.
Yeah, include 4 in the survey. And then there's 1 4.
So it's, how important number of households and how that would affect service contracts. So do these other 4 different variables have to be or just like one gender?
Yeah. All right. Yeah. All good. Awesome. Yeah. Then let's move on to explains data. Opens data. And you will have that. And click on open button and locate the folder. The data file is downloaded, and then double click the red blue data. Download if you want to download. Red, blue. Download the data set.
I like that one. 'Cause I have those. I like it.
Oh, you opened it. Okay.
Oh, it's open, okay.
Yeah. Good.
Yeah.
Any questions?
This is
So,
Just like that one.
Okay.
It's in like
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, like this is the document, like the download right there.
Yeah,
What
it's,
should it be?
it just says
I didn't.
use person. Yeah, I think that's right. I think it is, cause like mine looks different, but like at the top it says like that. So it's like you open the file. It's
Username.
So good. Yeah. So basically, this is data, and there's a bunch of windows. But what's more important is this variables window. It shows a bunch of variables and variable labels that are associated with each variable. So Stata data consists of a bunch of variables and which is named with variable names. As you can see, STID, ST name, STABB, etc. And then variables are labeled. So there is variable name and there is variable label. Good. I'll explain it that what the data are in more detail. If you click on data editor or browse, this is the table with the magnifier on it. If you click that icon, you'll have that. Good. This is the saved data in the saved in the file. Oh.
No idea.
All right. Like that. Oh,
My
data.
friend came up, so she had to do this wrong. This is already.
Yeah, the Mac is and Windows interface is slightly different actually. But, And then so basically these data are about each state and the voting, like supporting rate for each candidate in recent presidential elections. So for example, STID is the state's ID number, and then this is ST name is about states names. STABB is the average states, the states. Good. Any questions? So unit of analysis here is a state. And then income of 4 is the median income of the state in 2004. And then state color 04 is indicates that this is a red state, meaning that they voted for Bush over Kerry. This is the voting rate or supporting rate. Good. Any questions? All right. And as you can see, there are different colors in the data set. The black ones indicate that the values are numbers, basically. And the maroons indicate that the values of a variable are strings, not numbers. So Alabama is it's not number, it's a string, right? Does it make sense? And then blue one is interesting. So if you click that cell, the first cell in the ST color 04, you might see 1 here in the top window, which means that the value is actually 1, but the value 1 is labeled as red. So this is the value of a variable the values of the variable are numeric, but it's labeled as red. This value is labeled as red. So Stata has values and value labels. Does it make sense? So to reiterate, ST color 04 is variable name, and variable label is color of state in 2004. Okay. And then the values are either 1 or 2, and then 1 is labeled as red, and 2 is labeled as blue. Good. Any questions? No? All right. Good. So that's the basic interface of Stata. And now we can move on to sample. You guys remember what the sample report was about, right? From the last lecture. I can briefly explain that. So it's basically looking at the relationship between race and their views on liberal protest movements, basically, right? So the dependent variable is their views on the scale on their views on liberal protest movements, and the independent variable is race. The core independent variable is race. As you can see, in a bunch of like this survey, if you don't know how to use Qualtrics yet, which we have covered so far, which is pretty easy. But if you don't know how to use that, please come in my office hours to talk about it. I'll have you catch up with what's up with Qualtrics. You won't be taking too so long. So just come in my office hours to talk about it. And this survey is actually automatically generated by Qualtrics. Okay. Good. Oops. Let's open Stata then again. So this time we are working on how to import non-Stata format files to DTA file. So Qualtrics will let you have CSV file. If you export the results and whatnot, then you make a CSV file, and then you are importing the CSV file into that DTA file, so Stata can read the data file. Good. Let's click on File. Oh, before that, if you downloaded all of the files here, then you want to make a separate folder that is specifically made for the project. Okay. For me, I have a folder named Source 357. And then you want to move all of your stuff to that folder. You want to make a new folder that is that is made for your project, and then you want to move all of the stuff in that folder. First. Good. Any questions? Did you finish all of that? Any problems? Okay. All right. So we do have sample report CSV file. If you want to open that, it's not really looking great, but you don't have to open it. Let's click on File, Import, and Text Data, delimited CSV ... And click on Browse to find your folder. It says working on it, so it might take a while. But there will be the CSV file here. And open it, and let's stop that right there, and then file. Sorry, file, import, text data, CSV. Oh, the second one. Yeah. And browse, click browse, and then search for the file.
Which one are we?
Oh.
After the problems with things
Before like the file, you want to make a new folder first.
Is it so I made this?
Okay.
I did
Oh, okay. Oh,
But I didn't know the engineer.
oh, okay, yeah. There should be CSV file.
But what's it called? CSV?
Sample report. Sorry.
Oh, I thought.
Any questions? Nope. All right, good. You want to click on use first row for variable names to always. You want to change that to option to always, because as you can see, the first row is supposed to be about variable names, but for now it's not entered as variable names, and then you want to change that to always to make sure that the variable names are entered. Does it make sense, or any questions? And then click on OK, and then you can see the data are imported into the DK file. Good. And then you want to click on File and Save As, and then type sample report and save it. Then you can see that the DTA file is now saved in your folder. Good. So that's how import the CSV file to DTA file and then save that in your folder. Good. Any questions? Any problems? Okay, good. All right. And then, so let's move on to the do file. Click on New Do File Editor. It's supposed to be like a report with the with a pencil on it. For Mac users, yeah. And then good, hold it. And you want to open a sample report Q file in your folder. Good. Any questions? Good. Oh, oh, do file. Oh, there's no do file. I guess, yeah. You can do that. Did you download it? Okay.
So,
Oh, so, oh. Sorry. We should download it. All right. Yeah. So it says title, purpose, author, and date, right? So that's how you start with start the do file basically. But it's all colored as green, right? Because Stata won't execute any of that. It's a comment or note that to remind yourself of what you're doing with that do file, basically. Right? So asterisk, or double slashes or slash asterisk, slash, all of that will make you comment, basically. So after slash, double slashes, or asterisk, it'll be all commented out, and the Stata won't execute any of that. Or if you type slash asterisk slash, then everything within these symbols will be commented out, and then Stata won't execute any of that. And then the first step is the do file setup. I don't want to explain all of that, so just copy and paste it for your project. The first 3 lines, okay? But this line is important. CD, or current directory. Okay? So it's about directing Stata to where you Stata wants to work with the data or do file or log file or something. So delete that part out, and you want to copy and paste your own directory instead. For Mac users, you want to click on the setting button in your folder, and then click on Get Info, and then you will have. Let me know if you have any problems with that or something. Oh no, not this. Sorry. Go to Finder. Click on Setting button. Get Info. And copy and paste where. Yep. Paste it. Good. So go to the Finder for and then look for your folder. And then click on the setting and Get Info. Copy the where part.
Oh,
Yeah.
thank you.
Is it just for the,
It's not letting me save it as a do file or whatever.
Oh, what?
This step, it's not letting me, because I wasn't able to open it in the do file.
Oh, I don't think you opened the right file. So import. I don't. Did you re-download the sample report CSV file? Because apparently it doesn't have all the variables, so that's what's causing the problem.
is it the location of the do file that you want, or what location?
So you want to put all of the do files and CSV files, all of that in one folder.
Okay, so it's-
Yeah.
so you want
Yeah.
the project.
Yeah. Yeah. So you want to check that into project 2. All right. I'll finish what I need to finish within the 5 minutes, and then get back to your questions later. So basically, the next task you have to finish is logging. So the command is log using the whatever the title of the file dot log, comma replace. So replace means you're replacing the old file with the same name, with the new file, with the new log file. Okay, so you want to make sure to have the log command to start logging and then to submit the log file with your project, basically. And the next task is use or sample or opening the data set. So you're opening the data set with the use command. So if you put the exit command right below the use command and click on execute button, you can see that the do data executed all of the lines up until the exit command.
Wait, what did you press?
Execute button with the it has this picture.
It says do.
Yeah, do. Yeah. In the Windows it says execute parentheses do, but in Mac,
Like, do you type in the exit?
yeah, you want to type exit command first and then click on do. Good. You can see that you successfully opened the data set, the Qualtrics data set. And then the next task is data cleaning. So even though it's the codebook starts with the question of gender, it has a bunch of variables we don't really need, like starting date, end date, response time, and whatnot, that we didn't really ask. So you want to delete all of the variables from the data set. That's what you do with the drop command. Drop start date dash user language drops all of the variables from start date to user language. So all of the variables will be gone after the command. If you type exit command and then execute it, you can see there's no variables that we didn't really need, right? Also, the next task is dropping the first two rows. An annoying feature of Qualtrics is basically that it has variable labels and weird commands in the first two rows. So you want to drop that drop these two observations. You can do it by typing drop if underscore n equals 1 or underscore n equals 2, which means that you are dropping observations if or the number of subject, the first row, you are deleting the first row, basically. So you want to make sure to have two equal signs, because two equal signs in computer science is equals, right? And then one equal sign means enter in computer science. I don't know much about computer science, but that's what they say. So you're basically deleting if it's the first row, or this is or the second row. If you type exit command and execute it, you can see the first two rows are gone. And you can also see the names, variable names are really awful and not really recognizable. So you want to rename the variables, say rename the variable of Q1 to gender. Also, there is no meaningful labels, as you can see in the Stata program. So you can do that. You can change the variable labels by typing label variable gender. Does that make sense? If you type the exit command and then execute it, then you will have a proper variable names and labels. All right. This is it for the session today, and I'll see you tomorrow. But I'll answer questions. Good. I'll quit recording.